Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Wednesday, all of our guests today, including Nick Taylor, standing by, brought to you by our title sponsor, Able Auctions, ableauctions.ca. What a great sporting weekend it was. Of course, there was a lot of NHL hockey, but of course, the Super Bowl in Phoenix. Also in the Phoenix area, the WM Phoenix Open. Nick Taylor, this is what made it so special. Nick Taylor from Abbotsford finishing second at that event. It was just so special, like I just said. Nick joins us now. Nick Taylor, how are you, sir? Thanks for doing this.
I'm doing great, guys. My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Can you put into words what your experience was like last week?
I think some of the days it was controlled chaos out there with a lot of the fans, but it was awesome. It's such a unique event where, you know, the energy at the golf course and the tournament, you know, 16 is what kind of everybody sees, but this year was different. I think being an elevated event. You know, we were talking about it kind of all weekend. It was almost every hole there. There was crowds that you just rarely see. You know, 1 through 18. So the energy was awesome. It was wild, and it was really fun to play well.
You know, whatever you did worked, but how do you approach that situation in Scottsdale with the crowds, like you say, Nick? Not just number 16. Do you try to block it out, or do you soak it in? What's your approach?
I think it's a combination of both. At certain times, you know, if people are yelling whatever they're yelling, stupid or not, you're trying to block it out and just kind of hit your shot. But, you know, you're doing stuff well, and, you know, I was able to make a few putts on 16, a chip in here or there. Like, when the crowds go nuts, it's definitely moments you try to soak up, because it's just a lot of events don't have that same type of energy. So it's just a cool atmosphere to do well in. So it definitely is a combination of both, but, you know, near the end, you're trying to just focus on what you're doing and kind of block the crowd out. So like I said, it's a bit of both.
What was going right for you last week, Nick?
You know, I putt great there. I've been putting nice since the start of the season, but, you know, at that tournament, you know, I haven't really had a whole lot of success there, but a lot of the times I've just struggled on the greens there. So I've put a lot of time in over the last 4 or 5 months there. I live 10 minutes from the golf course, so I was out on the golf course a lot trying to just be better on the greens, really. And you know, Dave Markle's been my caddy for about 6 months now, and he was reading the greens well, and it was a combination of, you know, seeing some putts going in early on Thursday, and just kind of seeing the lines a little bit better as the week went on, and so that was the biggest difference for me at that tournament. You know, everything was clicking pretty nice, but the putter was the biggest key for me.
Nick, let's go back to Sunday. Head-to-head with two of the best golfers in the world. You didn't blink an eye. A 665. The lone bogey, the only mistake was on 16. How cool to be in that group, and not only be in the group, but excel. It
was great. It was. You know, it's kind of those moments you relish. You know, I haven't been in them as much as I would have liked, but you know, it's kind of where you want to be in the final group, playing against two of the best in the world and trying to prove yourself. I felt like I did a pretty good job of that. I obviously would have loved to have the trophy, but Scotty is number one in the world for a reason. He really didn't blink all day. He made multiple, you know, crucial putts kind of on top of me or John, and momentum putts that just kept him in the head kind of the whole day. So, you know, I would have loved to kind of had a couple of shots back late to just put a little bit more pressure on him. But I felt like I was kind of going toe to toe with him all day, and it just kind of went his way the last 4 holes.
We'll never get to experience 16 like you did. Just talk about that environment. That's obviously the loudest hole in all of golf. Just to take us back there and how cool it was to be at 16 with so many fans and the noise.
Yeah, it's really only our only experience of kind of an arena type sport, and I think I saw this week the capacity is about 17,000. So it's a huge spot for what we deal with on a week-to-week basis. So you kind of have the background white noise, everyone's chatting. You know, they've really embraced the cheers for good shots, but they definitely love booing as well. So you're hoping for a birdie or a long putt just to get them excited. So yeah, it's something you look forward to every year. It's just built that reputation of being such a fun atmosphere, and when you perform better, it makes it that much sweeter. But it's such a fun event. It really stands out on our schedule.
You moved all the way up to 73rd in the world. 5 Canadians in the top 10 for the top 100 for the first time ever. What's Canadian golf doing right now, Nick?
A lot, obviously. I think we've had a good crop of players that are on the PGA Tour now, and Derek Ingram has done such a good job with Golf Canada, kind of young pro squad. With Mac, Corey, Taylor coming out in the last 5-6 years, and the continuation of their program. And we're kind of like a mini brotherhood out here. We're all pretty close. We travel together, have dinners together, stay together. So it's great when all of us start playing together. We almost kind of feed off each other. So it's been really fun to see, and the more the merrier. We always love having Canadian guys come up and play well.
Okay, so I think I've got this right, Nick. At Riviera this week, the Genesis Open. I think you have an 11:53. Just in case you didn't know, an 11:53 tee-off time tomorrow. Nick, how many events? And pardon my ignorance here. A lot of people have to do that. How many events have you been in that Tiger's been a part of?
Not many. I've been asked that a lot if I've played with him or I haven't. He's been injured a lot since I've been on tour. This is my 9th year, and a lot of it he hasn't played. So it's exciting for me still when he comes to an event. I think it's exciting for everyone. He adds such a buzz to the event that no one else can, and he's actually playing right behind me the first 2 days, so I'll get to experience a lot of the excitement with the fans and him being back. So it's exciting. I wish he'd have been a little bit healthier when I've been on tour to be able to play.
Did we lose Nick? Yeah. Nick, you there? No. Looks like we lost him. We'll try to reconnect with Nick Taylor. As we're just talking about.
So fun to watch.
Tiger Woods playing at Riviera, where this week the game of golf started at a serious level. Started for Tiger Woods, so he's going to be playing at that event. And Nick Taylor just told us he's going to be playing in front of Tiger Woods. And it's like you said, the buzz is just amazing when a Tiger's there. We got a taste of that at the U.S. Open down at Chambers Bay back in 2015. We got Nick back. Nick, you there? We got him?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, there he is. Okay, no problem at all. I think we finished off our discussion with Tiger Woods. Hey, before you go, we got to ask you this, and we ask you this, Adam Hadwin this, James Lepp, whenever we've had him on, but what is the deal with Ledgeview and Abbotsford and its ability to produce pro golfers?
I think that's a question we've asked each other over the years. My best maybe idea is that, from a young age, when you start playing golf, maybe get serious around 12, 15, it just tests kind of every part of your game. I think it's not a very long golf course, especially for today's standards, but when you're young, it's long enough. You got to learn to drive it straight, kind of hit it in both directions. And the fact that the greens are so difficult and around the greens that everyone kind of that grows up there develops a really nice short game that you can kind of have all types of shots that travels wherever you go. So yeah, it tests a lot of things for that at that young age. And, the downside of Ledgeview would be the practice facilities, but that's also, I think, a huge benefit of young players is that you get to play a bunch. You learn how to score. You learn how to shoot good scores, and that also is another factor that travels wherever you play. So there's a few things there, but it's just a fun little golf course, and I still love going back there when I can, when I'm home in the summers occasionally, and it's just a great little golf course for all kind of levels.
I have to throw the name Ray Stewart in there as well, Nick, or I might be in trouble. Hey, you have to do something with the PGA broadcast, Nick. They always talk about you. I knew you were born in Winnipeg, but they always talk about you being from Winnipeg. So maybe next time out you'll be able to correct that.
Yeah, it's hard to correct when I'm playing, but there's definitely a lot of
Good for you. Hey, listen, I'm having a tough day today.
He's having a tough one, Nick.
Guys, it's not. I was born in Winnipeg. All right, I'm not.
Okay.
I didn't grow up there.
Okay.
I think Adam gets a lot of Moose Jaw, and
he does.
I think they more so love saying Moose Jaw than actually know where it is. So it's pretty funny.
You're bang on. So the pride of Abbotsford out of Ledgeview. Nick, thanks so much. Good luck this week and for the rest of the season.
My pleasure, guys. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Nick Taylor.